talking about surviving a torture chamber. Really going to be asking, like, do you think that you could survive a torture chamber? Uh, so we're going to wait on some people to jump on. I'm actually editing a video to put on YouTube right now about thinking your way to success. And so I was trying to get the video put out today. I didn't get finished editing it, and it's too late to put it out. So I thought I would just jump on here, talk to you guys a few minutes because I didn't put the video out today. So I'm gonna wait on some people to jump on. As soon as some people jump on, Corey, what's up? Big boy, what's up, man? How you doing? You survived, huh? I did. Sure did. Dominic, what's happening, man? How you doing? We'll wait on a few people to jump on here and let you guys ask some questions about it. I'll talk about it. And really, the torture chamber is just, listen, when you are in solitary confinement for years, multiple years, and I ain't talking about confinement where you got a roommate, I'm talking about solitary confinement, max management. In Florida, they got different levels of confinement. You got confinement where you're in a cell with a roommate. You got confinement where you're just in a cell by yourself. Then you have confinement, max management, which is the highest level of confinement. That when they put you in that cell, you're behind two doors. There's no sunlight penetrating into your room. There's no window. Your guys are locked in a room, in a box, behind two doors. And what makes it a torture chamber, number one, is the people that work there. The people that work there come there with the mindset of torturing everybody back there, whether it's through a mental game, a physical game, because they beat people. They have murdered people while I was in there. Yeah, CM3, Q-Wing. Is it? Well, it's not CM3. It's max management, Q-Wing. CM3 is the lowest level. CM3 is when you're about to get off confinement. But yeah, Q-Wing, Corey, that's what time it is. Q-Wing. That shit's no good. There's only 24 of those cells in the state of Florida. You got over 100,000 inmates in Florida at any given time. That's another video I'm making today. I actually made it. It's about recidivism. We got the fucking worst recidivism rate in the world. We got the worst prison system in the world. And so I was making a video about that today as well. There's one, Corey, apparently you know about FSP. I don't know if you've been to prison or not, but there's a big contributing factor to the recidivism rate. If any of you guys know what it is, drop a comment and let me know. If any of you guys got questions about surviving a torture chamber, like what is it like day after day? What is your daily process? Do you guys, here's what I plan on doing too, is I like to make motivational content for you guys. So I'm working on that. I got numerous videos. But I also want to tell you guys about my prison stories, but I just don't want it to be a situation where I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to tell you about queuing. That shit is boring to me. I like doing it in a conversational format. So I'm still going to do those prison videos. But when I have you guys on here, you guys let me know, are you interested in a whole series about what it's like surviving solitary confinement? What it does to you mentally, what it does to you physically, what the association of being locked inside of a room actually does to you, what the guards, how they treat you. If you guys really are interested in that, let me know. Did that guy ever make it to the dog cages? The person who was smacking and kicking the walls? His name was Crazy. Crazy, I'm pretty sure he's been to the dog cages. I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, that was beside me. Oh, so Corey, yeah, I thought maybe you were at FSP. You've been listening to my channel for a while. You guys know I haven't been on here in a long time. That guy's name was Crazy. And I want to say he did make it out to the dog cages at some point. But that dude was a freaking lunatic. And that's another contributing factor to it being a torture chamber. The people that are around you. To begin with, FSP, there's a lot of psych patients. People go to FSP, they get put into solitary confinement because they're Looney Tunes, they're nuts. And my neighbor right beside me, this fool, man, I don't know, I didn't know him personally because we don't have any interaction, but the man was a psychopath. Like, he did not stop. And maybe he had problems that he needed help with, obviously, right? But he wouldn't stop banging and kicking and screaming. The shit went on all 20, it's never quiet in queuing. It's 24/7 chaos. But what he would do also is he'd get like his drink containers, milk cartons, and he would put piss and shit in it, leave it sitting for a few days, mix it up. I'm sure he was over there swirling it around. I don't know because I wasn't in the cell with him, but I know he'd wreak havoc on the police because when they would come, he'd put it on the floor and stomp on it. Boom! Shit and piss shoots out from under the door at the police. But, like, that's him over there doing it. But when they come to spray him, when they bring that, what they call Black Jesus with them, when they come in the big cans of spray, everybody on the wing's wearing it. Not just Buddy over there. They ain't talking about a little mace bottle, little like this. Not like this. I'm talking about the canister. Should have you put your head in the toilet, put a blanket over your head and start flushing the toilet if they don't turn the water off. That shit was bad. And that dude was an absolute maniac. Dan, what's up, man? Sheep spend their life in fear of the wolf, only to be ate by the shepherd. That's a good one, man. I like that. That is true, man. Never obey. I did 30 days in a cell. It sucks, 100%. I told you guys this morning when I was on. Kelly, what's up? I ain't seen you in forever. How you doing? Long time no see. Thanks for jumping back on. I was telling you guys this morning that I forgot where I was at. Shit, I don't even remember. I just got confused. I'm making content for you guys again. I'm gonna do YouTube videos. For anybody that just jumped on here, I'm gonna be doing YouTube videos full time now. So right now I'm running a contest too, by the way. If you're new here, I'm running a contest where I'm giving away a fully custom tricked out motorcycle over on my website, FYTON.org, FYTON.org. So we're going to be doing giveaways on this channel. I'm going to be putting out motivational content that always ties back to prison content. I've got two or three videos that I'm working on today. I'm doing good, Kelly. Thank you. How about you? Well, I think I already asked you that. You guys hit the like button for me too, if you don't mind, because I'm here to stay. I'm going to be riding with you guys. I'm going to be putting out content. Obviously, I got to make a lot of improvements. I got to get back into the swing of it, and definitely got to do better than I did when I was on YouTube previously, because I'm going to be doing this full time with you guys. So for sure, drop me some comments, send me an email, comment on the videos. Let me know what type of content you guys like that I do the most. Like, I got somebody that commented a little while ago on the motorcycle video, and they said, I don't even really dig motorcycles. They said, but just your voice, I like to listen to you talk. You could probably read the most boring audio book and people would listen to it. I was like, all right, that's dope. That's pretty cool. That was a nice compliment, is my point. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody's support. I appreciate you guys riding with me, commenting. So be sure, man, I read your comments. I try to reply to everybody. When people email me, I try to reply to them. Sometimes, I don't get to it immediately because I do have a lot of shit going on. But for sure, feel free anytime. Email me, comment, let me know what type of content you guys really like to hear about. Do we need a course on some of that bounce back welding you be doing? What do you mean by welding? When I was building my workout shit, this is a funny story. How was your bro and his boys? Little homie's doing bad, man. My brother went to federal prison. He just got 5 years in the feds. Him and my sister both went to the feds. My little brother's over here in California, Southern California, out in the desert. He's waiting to be transferred. My sister is in the feds in Tallahassee, Florida. She's probably going to get out next year. he, I don't know how much time he's got left, but he did just get 5 years. Did a hell of a job at building the pull-up station. Dominic, check this out. Oh, on the welding. Hey, I was building this bit. So I have a pretty big backyard, and I was building a. I was going to build this area, a covered patio area, a covered area on my patio to put all my gym equipment on. And I went and bought a bunch of metal, not even from Home Depot, like in a metal supply place. And I started constructing it. It's going to be like 12 feet tall. And I just had this little bitty welding machine, like from Harbor Freight, cheap welding machine, the one I built the pull-up bar with. And but the pull-up bar is just supporting my weight. And so I was building it. I think it was 20 by 20. And one of the days that I was out there working on it, my wife came outside and she was like, I don't know, this looks kind of flimsy. I was like, flimsy? What are you talking about? This thing's nice. I'm doing a good job. It looks really good. She said, yeah, but it's kind of like swaying. So I was like, listen, if you don't have nothing good to tell me about it, just go in the house. And I'm out here trying to work. And so the next day, she was at work. I was outside welding on it. And I was on top of a ladder on the outside of the building, thankfully. But I was welding on it and I heard something pop, pow. And all of a sudden, the whole building just collapsed. All the metal fell in. The whole thing fell down. It knocked a hole in the concrete about this deep, if you guys can see it. Like when the metal fell, it knocked holes in the concrete. The point is, if I would have been under it, it'd been done. There would be no bouncing back from that. It would have been over with. So, hey, but listen, I'm going to be doing a series where I'm going to try to paint a really good picture of what it's like about surviving a torture chamber, solitary confinement. It's going to be visuals. It's going to be graphics of what like daily life is. And then, even going month by month, does it get easier the longer that you're in there? Because I wasn't in there for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120. I wasn't in there for a year. I was in there for 2.5 years straight by myself. Appreciate that, Dominic. 2.5 years sitting in this place, solitary confinement. But here's the other part that made it a torture chamber. What you guys got to remember, a lot of people been to confinement. People go to confinement every damn day. I think they have, I want to say at any given time in Florida, there's over 10,000 people in confinement. Not the type of confinement that I was in, but a form of confinement, right? So, it's a common process to go to confinement. When I went to confinement, when I was in general population out on the compound, just regular confinement, like they found money in my shoe one time. Going to that type of confinement in a 2-man cell, that shit's no big deal, whatever. Just like a vacation. Give me a book to read. I go over in the corner, stand on my head. 2 weeks, a month, whatever. Ain't no big deal, no sweat. But when they lock you in a cell for 2.5 years, and there's guys that have been back there 15, 18, 20 something years. But for me, I was back there for 2.5 years. But what made it even worse, the police were so fucking mad. When I say police, I'm talking about the correctional officers. They were infuriated by the fact that, number one, I was wearing their uniform. They call it theirs. Anything that is DOC is theirs. It doesn't belong to a prisoner, right? So they would tell me, you wore our uniform and our female helped you escape. They were not happy about that. They used to sprint the quarter mile. They weren't happy about it. And so any type of mental tactic that they could employ to attack me with, trust me, they pulled out all the cards. Every one of them. I mean, can you guys imagine sleeping in a room? This is a minor game with the light on, shining right above your head 24 hours a day. They don't ever turn the light out. And so you put like a towel or your shirt over your face, and they come by and bang on the bars, wake your ass up, get that shirt off your face. That's where my fiance was down there in Dade, CI. He was out for almost 3 years, got COVID. Oh, you know what I seen? I think I seen you posted something about that, Kelly. My heart goes out to you. I'm sorry to hear about that. That's horrible. Yeah, that's no good. I don't know where I seen you posted something about that. I don't know if you emailed me or I don't remember, but I did read that. Maybe you, I don't know because I haven't been doing video, but I don't know if you posted on some another thing that I follow. I don't know, but I definitely seen that. I wrote you and told you, oh, that's what it was. My apologies for not remembering exactly, but I knew I read that. I fucking hate to hear that. That happens so much to guys. They're in prison. They're trying to do good. They get out of prison, and boom, something fucking happens to them. Literally, happens to a lot of guys. It's terrible. Symmetrical pattern. Much love. Been watching you a couple years since Big Hurt shit. Good, you're back. Hey, I'm back 100%. Full time YouTube. I'm gonna grow my channel. This fucking channel is fixing to go. I don't know how long it's gonna take. If it takes a month, 2 months, 3 months, it fucking ain't fixing to take longer than that. But this shit's fixing to grow for sure because I'm gonna be putting out content with you guys. And I know you guys are gonna help me grow it. So, it is what it is. I just need you guys to watch the videos and wherever I can improve at, hey, tell me, boom, hey, you need to improve on this shit. You need to do this better, do that better. Fine, okay, that's cool. I'll work on it. And that's all about progressing in life. When you see somebody, hey, listen, man, you can make some improvement here, and you tell them. That's how I learn all the time. Is people not criticizing, but critiquing things. And if it's constructive criticism, that's fine. It is what it is. I appreciate it. Remember, you were freezing your ass off, and you asked the guard to help. He came back and stuffed it with toilet paper. Man, he's talking about queuing. Listen, the fucking place in Q-Wing is so fucking cold. They ain't giving you no heat. When it's fucking wintertime, they're making sure they're leaving the windows open out. You can't see the window. It's way out there. But trust me, it's fucking cold. And they leave the windows open and all that draft comes in. Plus there's the air vent blowing up there. And you'll ask them over and over to close the vent off. They ain't trying to help you. In fact, what they'll do, just to be fucking devious, just to be tyrants, they'll block off the portion to where when they block this portion off, this other portion blows more, and it's blowing directly on your bunk. You're just like, what? So, listen, it's fine. It is what it is. I knew for sure while I was in there. At first, I was mad. I was angry. I didn't know how to control my thoughts. I didn't know how to react and respond, so I was just, I was trying to keep quiet. But as I started to learn, I actually took in information and was learning. I learned real quick. Once you can control your mind, once you can control your fucking thoughts in life, once you control your reactions and your responses to every single situation, circumstance, people around you, once you control that shit, nobody can penetrate your mind. They can't penetrate your happiness. They can't penetrate nothing, your freedom, nothing, period. And I was like, man, y'all can keep me in here I used to just stand in the door when they would come and fuck with me, and I would look right past them. I'm not moving. I'm not blinking. I ain't doing nothing. I would stare right past them. And sometimes when they'd be trying to get my attention, trying to get me to react, they'll look behind them like, what is this guy looking at? And I'm thinking to myself, you can keep me here forever. I don't want to be here. But if you do, you can't take my happiness away. You can't take my mind from me. You will never break me in this bitch. It ain't happening. I'm not going to be crazy like this man next door to me. No, ain't happening. You will never, ever break me. Let me see if I missed any comments. Yeah, Kelly, we're sorry to hear that. That's from everybody on here. Really sorry. Heart goes out to you. Yeah, man, fuck. That's a brutal one. Guys, if you haven't already done it, do me a favor. Hit that like button. If you're new here to the channel, go on and hit that subscribe button. You feel this 2.5 years desensitized? No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, you're welcome, Kelly. We all feel for you for sure. That's a brutal one. It did not desensitize me, but it opened my mind to a lot of things. And number one is, you got one damn life right here. One. You got to live for yourself. It ain't about being selfish. And people got different views on it. No, it's about being, look, I got to live for myself. I got to live my life for myself so that once I'm living my life and I'm creating my life and I'm living happily, because this shit is little fragmented portion of time. We don't have a whole lot of time here on earth. So you got to live your life. And that's what I learned. I don't think it desensitized me. I think that it really taught me, look, appreciate what the fuck you got. This shit is not long, and make the absolute best of it. The mental fortitude needed to not break has got to be huge. That shit's breaking people every day back there. There was a guy while I was back there. Um, Motivation's not really, motivation's bullshit. I'm gonna tell you why. Just stay right there, Dan. Um, the mental fortitude needed to not break has got to be huge. There was a guy that came back there. He killed his roommate because his roommate was a child molester. You know, props to him. That's it. Somebody who in prison is going to always get big props. You whack the child molester, chomo. Hey, what's up, man? You need something from canteen? You need anything? Can we help you? But he's going to get mad respect. But they put him at CM in Q Wing, Max Management, the place that I told you I was at. And he asked, he said, hey, when we get to watch TV? He said, you know, because see, some confinements, they'll have like a little break where you can come out, you're handcuffed, and you go into a TV room and they'll let you watch TV. Some confinements. They said, there ain't no TV back here. He said, what? He said, well, when do I get to order canteen? He said, there ain't no canteen back here. When we going to rec? He said, he said, there ain't no rec. Your ass is stuck. You just murdered your roommate. You ain't going nowhere. The man made a garrote. Basically, he got a little small rope. He was a big fat guy. I seen him when they were pushing him out on the stretcher, hitting him with the paddles, you know, trying to bring his heartbeat back. But the mental fortitude that is required to not break back there is tremendous, because when they told him that same day, he was like, fuck it, I'm out of here. You won't keep me back here. He took his own life. He put his rope around his neck and got a little small security pin and twisted it in a circle, kept twisting it until that rope just tightened around his neck. Cut his oxygen off. And the guy was so big, he was so fat. When that rope was around his neck, you couldn't see it. Like his neck folded over it. So when they would come back there to try to get him, and they brought medical back there to try to resuscitate him, it was doing no good. The rope was too tight on his neck. But he died. Took his own life. Been a subscriber for a while. Did you delete the old video? Yeah, I deleted a lot of old videos because honestly, look, I went back and watched them. I'm looking at them. I'm like, how in the fuck? I can't even watch these videos. If I can't watch them, I don't want other people to watch them. So I'm just going to make it all new videos for you guys. You know, it cut my monetization off on the channel. I don't even care. I was just like, I'm not keeping these videos on here. And fuck, it's kind of it was embarrassing to look at them. I'm like, man, I could do way better than this, and you guys deserve better. Like, there's no way that this, no, hell no. So yeah, I deleted them. Yep, they had to go give them the old hatchet and whack them. So, what other type of questions you guys got about surviving a torture chamber? Because I'm gonna do an entire series on that. I'm gonna break it down into different videos, and once I'm done, it'll be a long video, but I'm gonna put out multiple videos about surviving it, because it ain't just you go there for a day and you learn everything, you're okay. That shit's breaking people that've been back there for a long ass time. A story I never mentioned on my YouTube channel. Fuck, I don't even remember all the stories that I have mentioned on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you a story about my little brother. I mean, at this point, he's in prison right now. And I don't know if you guys remember. Hey, I appreciate it. I just couldn't. Why do I keep changing? You know, at this point, it is what it is. I have an actual company now called FYTON. And I really had to find something that fit with me that I liked. And so that's something that I learned in prison is fuck your thoughts of negativity. Because prison is a crushing place of negativity. Like, it's literally designed to crush you. And so when I learned, like, fuck your thoughts of negativity, every time you're thinking something negative, you got to strangle that thought, strangle it, and actually convert it into a positive thought. Not saying that we don't, that just makes you quit thinking any negative thoughts, because thoughts just come into your head, right? But when you can learn to just say, man, fuck your thoughts of negativity, fight on, keep going, keep pushing, keep grinding. To me, that just resonated. And so I created a brand for that. I created a a mindset mastery program with everything that I learned and combine that into an actual online program. It's actually on my website. My website is called FYTON.org, FYTON.org. And my mindset mastery program for all the things that I learned that I've implemented into my life is on that website. And you just download it in a PDF form. In fact, for the people that get it, it's on sale right now. Anybody that purchases it right now, you get entered to win my motorcycle, my fully custom Harley Davidson Road King. Beautiful bike, an amazing bike. Everywhere you go on it, people are just like, man, that's a beautiful bike. That's nice. It's like a show bike, but you can actually ride it. Um, where was we at? It's a story I never mentioned. I'm gonna tell you this story real quick about my little brother. Love this kid to death. He's 10 years younger than me. And when I left, he was a kid. And he always really looked up to me. Like he never had a dad. And so I was like his big brother dad figure. But when I left, he was a teenager. Super smart kid. His grade point average was in the top of the whole nation. He had a scholarship to go play baseball. Didn't go. His life kind of got derailed in high school a little bit. His girlfriend got pregnant. So he was just like, fucking, I'm going to take care of my girl and my kid. And so as time went on, somewhere along the line while I was away, he ended up on drugs, doing like cocaine. I don't know what all he got on, but he ended up getting remarried. And while he was living here in San Diego, his wife, they're in their early 30s. His wife died. Like she got cancer and died right in front of him. Like it was a pretty brutal thing for anybody to go through. Definitely heartbreaking. Um, so when his wife died, he was just like an extreme wreck, and he didn't have any money. He was homeless. He was battling all type of demons, and I wanted to help him, but it just wasn't in a place where I could have him living here with me in my house. It wasn't. It would have ended up in a dramatic fashion. So I was like, listen, bro, I'm gonna help you out. Because we live in San Diego, and I have friends that are from Mexico that they always would tell me that it's like, man, well, there's a lot of people, a lot of white people even that live in Mexico. They're paying the cheap rent, and they just come across the border every day. So I told my brother, I was like, man, I can get you an apartment over there. You can't stay with me, but I don't want to see you homeless sleeping in your car. So I'll get you an apartment. I'll pay for it for a few months. Go over here and relax and chill, lay back, take it easy, and just clear your mind, man. Fuck, his wife just died. He wasn't in no form to be working. He was just a wreck. So he's like, all right, bet. So we go over there, find an apartment. You could actually, from the apartment, you could see downtown San Diego. So it wasn't that far. And I remember at one point, I was just like, I would see him and he was driving a new car. And I'm like, where you getting a new car at, homie? What? Whose car is that? And next thing you know, he's dressing different. He's looking better. He's cleaning up. He's happier. And I'm like, man, what is going on? Anyways, I'm not gonna get into all the details, but he got mixed up with some serious shit over in Mexico. And I was like, bro, you were playing with your life, literally playing with your life. Not just the fact that you could end up in prison, but you could end up dead because these people over here don't play. Like, I would really reconsider what you got going on. And I don't know, he's the type that, as a young man, he wants to make his own decisions, and so he kept doing his thing, and eventually he got in a jam. Got sent to federal prison, messing around with some people over there in Mexico. He was going back and forth, and this is a sad story, man. Now he's sitting in prison. I mean, I know what it's like. I sat there for 11 years. Luckily, he only got 5. And they're saying right now that they're only making them do 50% of their time in prison right now, in federal prison. So on the 5, he's got to do like 2.5. And there's possibility that if he does a program called RDAP, RDAP, it's like dude on YouTube, RDAP Dan. That program, if he finishes that program in prison, that gives him an additional year off, which could put him down to like a year and a half or some shit. So that's pretty good. Um, Jay Stacks, what's happening, man? How you doing? Good to see you on here. Jamaica, Waka. Hey, yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, that's why I changed channel name. It is what it is at this point. I've branded it. I've got it's an actual business. Not changing it no more. And also change in life is part of growth, right? So there's nothing really wrong with reinventing yourself. Sometimes you got to do that. Reinvent your brand. Come back. Learn from the mistakes you made, and then come back better, bigger, and stronger. And that's the point that I'm at right now. Is I'm coming here to give you guys good content that I feel comfortable with, content that's going to provide value to you guys. Because I got a story, about breaking out of prison, being in prison for 11 years, had an underground radio station while we were in there. It was wild. My story is definitely not like other people that have been in prison, and then to come home and on my own smash the statistics. I mean, 75% of the people that get out of prison are going back. Most of the people that get out of prison, even if they don't go back, they get stuck at a certain level of like growth. And so I've exceeded that shit. I ain't going back. I didn't go back. I'm pushing on year 8, and I'm living a really good life. And so I'm at a point now that I'm just going to do YouTube full time, share my story with you guys. But rather than just sit around telling prison stories, I want to tell you guys shit that'll motivate you, that'll encourage you. And I'm doing these giveaways because think about it. If somebody not so if, but when somebody wins this motorcycle, if they buy only one entry, you just got a custom show bike for an entry fee. And right now the entry fee is only $50. Like, what? I mean, that's Rotten Apple News. What's up, man? Hey, Rotten Apple News jumped on there heavy. 5 entries into my giveaway. That's beast mode. I appreciate it. I don't know if you've opened up the course or not, but if you have, drop a comment. So you enter FYTON.org. It's fighton.org. Hold on one second. I'll go put it in the comments for you guys. Let me see if I can find my I'm actually in my office right now working on a yeah, I just found it live. I'm working on some video content for you guys. So here, I'm gonna put the website in here right now. Central Florida's a breeze, man. That shit ain't no big deal. Central Florida's Central Florida's like summer camp. That shit. Prison ain't fun. But Central Florida compared to North Florida. All right, so I'll tell you this. You got if you guys check the chat right there, that's where you get if anybody wants to jump on the entry to get the entry for the motorcycle. That's where you get it at right there. So Jay Stacks, that's where you enter at, man. Adam Irish Conundrum, what's up, brother? How you doing? Good to see you on here, man. I'm in Canada. You're eligible in Canada. However, the only thing that you would have to do is if you win, you would have to meet me on this. I'm delivering the bike anywhere in the United States. I'm going to have it transported wherever the winner is. And then I'm personally going to hand deliver the bike to the person. We're going to make a video. We're going to hang out. We're going to chop it up. We're going to make a day of it, right? But if you're in Canada, you would need to come across the border to take possession of the motorcycle, and give you the paperwork and all that shit for you to take back to Canada with you. So that's how that would work. Definitely, for anybody that's like, you know what, I don't want the bike. Listen, that mindset mastery course that I put together is easy to follow. Look, this is what you do. Implement this shit into your life and change your life immediately. Like anything that you've been struggling with as far as like trying to succeed. I have read the FYTON program. It's solid information. I'll provide a proper review of the FYTON mindset course. That's real talk, man. I appreciate it. Definitely let them know what you think. He got 5 entries. Rotten Apple News got 5 entries. In fact, I sent you a message too, bro, that I needed you to email me or message me any type of way that you want. And tell me your t-shirt size real quick, because I wanted to send you 2 t-shirts on me, because I really appreciate it, man. Who would you rather take mental strength from? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by take mental strength from? I don't know what you mean, but definitely do me do me a favor, put your t-shirt size in there, Rotten Apple News, because I'm gonna send you a couple t-shirts on the house on me. I got your information in the back end from when you put the order in, so I'll send it there for you. Uh, but I don't know what you mean by like who would I take mental strength from? Let me see what you're talking about. Big Swole. Oh, Central Florida. I was going to tell you that, guys, that real quick too. I got both screens on now so I can read the comments a little bit better. Um, Central Florida, that shit is not, compared to North Florida, this shit is laid back like daycare. Nothing really like, prison can be dangerous at any prison, from minimum to maximum, in anywhere in this state or this country. Prison can be dangerous, but there are other prisons that you're just like, whew, when you came from this one, you're like, whew, that shit was a breeze. And so, Central Florida, South Florida, both of them, no big deal. Laid back. South Florida, especially. It looks like I froze up. You were on the strongest man I've ever known, 3 years alone with your thoughts. But I still don't know. Who would you rather take mental strength from? You lost me on that one, man. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Uh, Definitely let me know. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. I'm not positive, but that's tough. 3 years. I'd probably crack. Man, it was 2.5 years in solitary confinement. But listen, solitary confinement is not designed for humans. Love the new channel, BRK. Yeah, rebrand, that's what time it is. Fight on. Fuck your thoughts of negativity. Don't let nothing stand in your way. Because when you're letting your thoughts cloud your judgment, when they are just impeding on your progress, whose fault is it? Ain't nobody's fault but your own. You got to take a good long look at yourself in the mirror and say, what the fuck's holding me back? Nothing. Nobody except for me. And it's your thought process is where all that shit begins. Um, I appreciate it though, Jay Stacks. Real shit. But yeah, oh, what I was saying though a minute ago, like when Irish Conundrum, when you made that comment, is that solitary confinement is not designed for humans. It just isn't. They've done research where people keep birds in a cage, and it literally drives a bird insane because the bird wants to be free. What does the bird do? It wants to go be free and fly. And so if a bird wants to be free, how much more does man want to be free? A person. I mean, we know freedom like nothing else, no other animal. And so, whether it's 1 day or 2 years in solitary confinement, it's just like fucking torture. Robert, I think he was speaking to chat, saying, you're the best advice on. Oh, hey, I appreciate that, man. Oh, I see. I'm reading the chat. Oh, who would a person rather take advice from? You, who couldn't be broke? Too hard to express my respect in the comment. I took a self-help class in high school called I Can. Still have the lessons in use. I can. That shit is real, man. You see, there are 2 things you're going to tell yourself. I can or I can't. Either one. It's what you're telling yourself. And I'm sure that course that you're talking about that you took in high school, that's exactly what they're saying. Either you can or you can't. It's the same shit. It's what you're telling yourself. What do you believe? Because listen, this is what it is. What you're telling yourself in your head, these thoughts, you start to hear them in your head. You start to believe them. You start to speak them. I can or I can't. And that's what you start to put out of your body. It's vibrations that you put out into the universe, and that's what comes back to you. So you got to think about that. Next time you say I can't, who says I mean, if it's something within reason, if you're trying to say, well, I can't go to Mars, of course you can't. But if it's shit here on this earth, you could do it. I did 2 days of solitary and it fucking blew. Real shit, man. That shit is no good. It's Svetlana. My fiance did almost 10 years in solitary for writing to politicians about prison conditions. They don't even play about that shit. What can I do to help him when he comes home? What? I'm gonna tell you the absolute number one most critical thing. Hey, this is crazy. I just had a casting agent call me. I'm not going to talk about who or what it is, but it was a casting agent. They're casting a show about people getting out of prison. It's actually in Florida, by the way. People getting out of prison, and then like, what are they going to do when they get out? Like, the person would be picking them up, taking them to do different things, and so I'm like, man, this shit would be the perfect fit for me because I completely understand the prison system, getting out of prison, what it takes to make it in life. And so when you ask what can you do to help him when he comes home, it's his mindset. Anything that you can do to feed his mindset with positive beliefs, with reinforcement, with look, you can fucking do this shit. It doesn't matter about your record. It doesn't matter how much trouble you've been in. It doesn't matter how much time you've been in prison. It doesn't, none of that shit matters. What matters is what are you telling yourself? What are you believing? What are you feeding yourself? What type of thoughts are you entertaining? I mean, it starts first thing in the morning. Hey, you want a t-shirt? It starts first thing in the morning when you fucking wake up. How do you feel when you wake up? And think about this. Your feelings when you wake up come from your thoughts. You can wake up and say, oh, fuck, I gotta go do this shit again today. Or you can say, fuck, I just woke up. Super happy, super excited. It's what you're telling yourself. And so what I'm telling you is that Svetlana, here's the biggest thing you can do right here. I just put my website address, that mindset mastery course that is on my website. For every 10 people that enter that you can purchase like the mindset mastery course, for every 10 people that enter my giveaway, I'm donating that course to people in prison. Now, if you wanted to, you could get the course. You could send it to him while he's in prison because it's in an email form. Most prisons today are allowing email. I don't know if where he is, he's allowed to receive email. But if he isn't, if you have that in a PDF form so that when he comes on, you're like, listen, babe, here, this is the keys to your success. He don't need the keys to anything else except for a blueprint of success. If you give him that, that's the biggest thing that you could give him. A blueprint to keep his ass from going back to prison. Obviously, he's an intelligent person. If he's writing politicians complaining about the prison conditions, those are usually the smart guys. And so that's the biggest thing. Like that mindset. It's the one thing that crosses all the boundaries, no matter what race we are, no matter what demographics we come from, whether we came from extreme poverty, a broken family, it doesn't matter. The one thing that keeps people going back to prison, the recidivism rate, what fuels that is people's mindset. When you see guys get out and they're still blaming, they're still like, oh, this or that, the people, they're still blaming shit. They never take account and ownership of their problems. They never accept fault. And whenever they go out into the world and reality smacks them upside the head, and the world's telling them, no, you can't work here, you can't do this. When that happens, they give in. They don't have that mindset to survive on the streets. So that's the biggest thing that you can give them, anything that supports a healthy mindset. Let me jump on these questions again right now, real quick. Didn't get to the first fight on. Yeah, I was speaking. Yeah, got that one. Crazy how far 1090 Jake's channel has come. I remember when you were on there. His channel has blown up. The kid, I told him I'm super proud of him. I messaged him. I don't know how many guys know it, but the reason he started the channel on YouTube was he watched one of my videos. I think it was on Big Herc's channel, and it inspired him to start a YouTube channel. He even commented about it over on when he did Adam 21 No Jumper interview. He commented about it. I was like, that was a cool little shout out. So I appreciate that. But he's doing a good job. I actually like the way he's putting out his content. It's really cool. Um, how have you been? Missed you, David. I appreciate it, David Graziano. Um, yeah, I appreciate it, man. Miss you guys too. Ben Case, my dad never let me say I can't. Oh, yeah, I read that. Kelly said I want a t-shirt. T-shirts are over on my website, FYTON.org. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to have more t-shirts on there too, by the way. Adam said my ex is a hardened inmate and 15 days in seg was rough on her. This shit is no good, I'm telling you. It's difficult. Rotten Apple News said, I seen that or similar casting call in line when I was looking to help to put my store together. Yeah, I think that would be a pretty dope thing. Great to have you back. Please don't leave again, at least not for a while. A lot of men, me included, are eager for guidance in this messed up society. I'll be taking your course. Listen, man, I have put a lot of effort into coming back to this platform to give you guys what I feel is of value. And the very first step was, it took me a while to put that course together. You know, people would always ask, how did you survive? Or like, how do you go through what you've been through? Escaping from prison. These people wanted to murder me because of that, putting me into solitary confinement, playing games with me, being in prison for 11 years, after standing in front of a judge who told me that I was innocent and sentenced me anyways. So it was a lot of bullshit, right? And it required a lot of mental strength and fortitude. And so I would try to give people little pieces of advice. And there was many, many, many times where I got massive comments from you guys telling me, bro, you encouraged me. You really helped me. Thank you for the encouragement, the motivation, all that shit, right? So I was thinking over the last couple year and a half or so since I was gone, like when I come back, how can I provide everybody like true value? Like, here is the blueprint. Follow this shit. It works. And so I created a course called Fight On. Fuck your thoughts of negativity. It's in a PDF form. And my point is, I put a lot of work into coming back. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be right here with you guys 7 days a week. You know, I'm just getting the content that I wanted to hurry up and jump on here. So I didn't have content already built up. But like today, I got 3 videos that I'm working on editing for you guys. The first one's going to come out tomorrow. Then each day one will come out. But I'm obviously working on more content, right? So yeah. Do I ever come back to Jacksonville? I just left Jacksonville, Caleb. So I actually bought rental properties in North Florida outside of Jacksonville. So I've been over there a couple of months this year, actually, and I just got back to California. Oh, no kidding. Back in 2019, you was on a collaboration with 1090 Jake and Jessica. Hey, that's pretty cool, man. That's dope. RJ Harris, what's up, man? What up, B? I still remember your story about getting the vodka. I got vodka in the water bottle. That's crazy. Damn, Future, solid channel. Thoughts? Do you think if prison conditions were much worse, it would reduce? No. Nope. It would. Jacksonville Joe, what's up, man? No. Listen, the worse the conditions get in prison, the worse that the guys are in there become. It's already a super violent, aggressive, negative environment. And when the conditions are getting worse, guys aren't like, oh, this is fucked up. They're just getting more angry because they don't have the mindset to deal with the situation that they are in. So when you fuel the anger, when you fuel the animosity, when you fuel the hate, it just makes the whole situation worse. So honestly, when you have conditions that are better, more lax, more comfortable, then those guys are more apt to actually try to improve themselves. They're more apt to go to the library and try to read some information. They're more apt to call home and ask their people, hey, can you send me some self-help information? But when the prison conditions get worse, it turns the whole tides worse. People get more aggressive, they get more angry, there's way more drugs. And when you're in a prison that's full of drugs, it's mayhem 24/7. Joe J, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Do I enjoy the West Coast more than the East Coast? In some ways. The one part I love about the East Coast that is far superior to the West Coast are the beaches. The beaches in California are phenomenal. I'm sorry, on the East Coast. The beaches in Florida are like amazing. The last 2 months that I was in Florida. So I went over for a month, came back home, went back, stayed for another month, came back home. And while I was there, my wife and I went to the beach, took my nephews. I was just like, damn, I didn't realize how much I missed the beach because the water's it's warm. You can get in the water. You can be at the beach and hang out. California, I only seen California beaches when I was younger on TV. People are hanging out. People are in water. Like it's a party at the beach. When I came to California, I'm like, it don't look like the TV. It's pretty, but when you put your foot in the water, you're like, damn, I'm getting back out of this water. It's freezing ass cold. It's no good, man. But other than that, West Coast is really cool. I don't like their politics. I don't like how they run this state. They're trying to implement too many rules. Dumb shit. They take all your money, tax you. Look, our gas is around $6 a gallon right now. I traveled the country a lot this year. Drove across the country. Nobody, nowhere in this country do gas prices compare to where I'm at in California. It's fucking out of control. Do I am I still hitting my workouts? Yeah, absolutely. That's critical. That's part of your mindset programming. Um, your health. It is critical to being happy. I'll never stop working out. I'll give my total attention to the course. I promise I'll read it thoroughly twice and give my 100% honest opinion in your live stream. Well, I can tell you this, that's going to be an amazing review. Because even when I read it, I'm just like, this is excellent content. Caleb, water isn't always beautiful on Jack's Beach, but it's warm. Yeah, I mean, the water doesn't always look amazing, but it's freaking warm. Way better than California water. Gulf beaches in South Florida are the best beaches, much better. Governor DeSantis, too. Yeah, I heard he's a good governor. I did hear that. And the Gulf beaches in Florida, they're amazing. The southern beaches, especially down near the Keys in the Gulf area in Florida, beautiful. Beautiful place. Nice water. Clear, clean, warm. Yeah, it's really nice. Gulf is better than ocean. Yeah, the Gulf is nice in Florida. You ever been outside America? Yeah. Yeah, I have. And that's another reason I'm telling you. It's like your mindset is absolute most critical shit. Because when I came home, if I kept the broken ass mindset, blaming shit, mad, angry, pissed off at the world, I would have never made it to where I'm at. And making it to where I'm at today has allowed me. I've been to, I'm going to tell you where I've been. To begin with, I'll tell you the easy, close places that I've been to. Far south into Mexico, I went to Jalisco. I went to Mazatlan. I've been to a few places, like not just drive across, but far down into Mexico. And then I've been to Italy, from one end of Italy to the other, from Naples all the way up to, I don't know what it's called, Milan, Rome, Bologna. Man, I went to a lot of places in Italy. Super historic place, a lot of culture. Really cool place. I went to Spain. I went to Barcelona, Spain. I went to another little island in Spain, Mallorca. I went to Mallorca, Spain. Where else have I been? I've been some other places too. I just don't remember right now. Did you break from YouTube to create your program? So my problem is, this is what I was noticing when I'm trying to do multiple things, and you got to analyze your life, right? That's something that I constantly try to do, is analyze. How can I improve? What am I doing wrong? And so in analyzing my life, I realized that like I'm trying to do too many things at one time. And so when I was trying to do YouTube a while back, I didn't put all of my effort into it. My focus wasn't into it 100%. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this until I could put full effort and focus into it. So I took a break from it. Before I came back, I started building my program, getting prepared for when I did come back to YouTube. And so I didn't take a break just to build the program, but I did build it while I was gone. Um, I've been pissed off at the world for the last 40 years. Lots have changed now. A lawsuit is a small taste of the last 40 years. New lease in life now. I'm glad you got the program, brother, because that program is just like, it takes you from being pissed off to just like, You can't fucking, nobody can piss me off. You can't penetrate my mind. You can't control me with your thoughts. I'm going to be happy because we got one life, man. And one thing for sure that's universal is people want to be happy. People want to be happy no matter what. And so I'm super happy that you got the course, man. I'm really excited for you. And congrats on that lawsuit. Congrats on that for real. The way you leveled up today, only 8 years out of prison, is pretty incredible. Whole new tax bracket now. Hey, these tax bracket things, the fact that the government just takes your money like fucking, like taking candy from a baby is just out of control. It's so out of control that I even bought property in Arizona. In Arizona, if you see, go look at my motorcycle video, you'll see my tag on the bike. Um, I bought property in Arizona just to register all of my vehicles over there, because in California, to register my vehicles here is like $4,000 a year. Why? Why do you got to pay that much? It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I bought an acre of land right by the Grand Canyon. Eventually, what I'm going to do is build an Airbnb on it. Right now, it's just bare land, but it's cool because where it's at, you can totally build off grid without anybody trying to tell you anything. So it's pretty cool. People are pretty super passive aggressive nowadays. It's nuts. Yeah, I hear that, man. Big Swole, what do you think of Mighty Mouse? Which Mighty Mouse? Because there's one that's I don't know. I, I I I don't know. I don't know any Mighty Mouse. I only heard it. There's Mighty Mouse in the UFC. He's a beast. I love that dude. And there's Mighty Mouse that's on YouTube. I don't know anything about Buddy. I don't know. I mean, when you hear a rumor, you got to confirm it for yourself. I don't know that dude, and so I can't say anything about him. Honestly, I don't know. But the cat on UFC, Spelled Up Tattoo Cat Street Beefs, yeah, yeah, I know who he is, uh, but I don't know. I've heard negative rumors about that guy. I don't know whether or not they're true. Um, so who knows? I'm not sure, man. He definitely is the type of person that's visually like when people see him, they're like, "Damn, look at Buddy." Confirmed, fishing up a storm. That's what I heard, man. That's what I've heard. I personally have not checked it myself. Um, I really don't kick it with people. I do my own thing. Um, so personally, I don't know, but a lot of people. But the problem is, I'm not saying it is or isn't true. I don't know, but people can shoot a thing out in online about somebody and mess up their reputation real quick. So I'm just saying, I don't know personally, but I did hear that. Wise not to speak if you don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I don't know. No kidding. Rotten Apple News said he confirmed it himself. So there you got it, guys. He had dirty charges last I heard years ago, allegedly. Yeah, I don't know, man. I I don't know. I can tell you this just from like the accusation or what people say. I could never do any type of. It is what it is. Buddy's over there. I'm over here. We ain't fixing to be kicking it, rocking it. I'm not trying to find out. Whatever. He's doing his own thing. But I can never support that. If that is in fact true, I don't support that at all. Dug up the dirt 100% straight up. 29-year-old with 14-year-old proof. He's dead to me. Yeah, that's 29 with a 14-year-old is foul, man. There ain't no excuse for it. Zero excuse. Real shit, man. Zero excuses. We're at 20,800 subscribers. I think I gained a couple thousand subscribers while I wasn't even on YouTube anymore. But we need to crack it off. I need to get to like 40,000, then 50,000. Next thing you know, we're at 100,000. I'm gonna start putting out shorts. I put out a short the other day. I just made a little short workout clip for like guys over 40, calisthenic workout clip. It was cool because it hit 600 views in a few minutes. I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. That's nice. Happy to see that. And some guy commented on there. He was like, oh, your advice, people can't do this much, or I don't know what he said, like trying to tell me that the amount of reps and sets that I'm telling people to do is too much. I'm just like, to begin with, man, you need to go back to bed because you're already in the wrong broken ass mindset when you're saying, I can't. then guess what? You can't. You're absolutely right. And one thing in the video, I said, look, if you feel pain, stop the exercise. It's fucking calisthenics. And then he commented back saying, you can't do this every day. To begin with, the thing did not tell you to do it every day. But I can tell you this, you can do calisthenics every day because I did it for 11 years straight in prison. Everybody in there, there's a lot of guys that are in really good shape. They do calisthenics every damn day. Every day. So buddy's off his rocker. He don't know what he's talking about. He definitely ain't been put up to a challenge. You can do calisthenics every day. Um, you have any collabs in mind? Anybody you'd like to collab with? I don't have any in mind. To be honest with you, I ain't got none in mind. I'm just strictly focused on like how can I give you guys good content. I want to I enjoy doing lives, so be prepared. I'll jump on here and do a live real quick. I love commenting. I like replying back to you guys. So I don't have any. I don't have any in mind right now collabs, but I like doing lives, and I'm just going to be putting out good content that you guys can use that can benefit you. Scarface Killer, what's happening, man? What do I do for a living now? YouTube, right here with you guys. That's all I do now. I dream to be cut up like Bryan. I'm a fat Irish guy. Listen, man, the only thing it is work, consistency. Watch what you eat, the order that we get. You got to change your nutrition. It's what it is. You definitely got to, listen, man, I do nutrition plans for people as well. If any of you guys want a nutrition plan, email me. Here, I'll put my email. I love helping people. I love seeing people get better at things, progressing in life. That's what life is all about, is progressing. That's my personal email. I just put it in there. Anybody that's looking, like if you need some type of personal coaching, fitness coaching, nutrition coaching, the biggest part to me is like mindset. Once you get your mindset in order, then everything else just comes together easily. But the second thing is, I don't care how much you work out. You will never, ever, ever outwork a bad diet. Like if you're not eating right, forget it. You're not going to outwork it. You can work out all damn day long. You will not outwork a bad diet. So I do nutrition plans for people as well. I just really haven't advertised it on here, but I definitely do them. You talk to Big Herc at 23-1. I don't talk to either one of them. Not because of any reason, just because I've been living my life for the last couple of years, been super busy, been traveling a lot. I've just been super busy. Big Herc moved over to Arizona. I haven't seen him since he moved over there. So I mean, I know he's in Arizona. I think his wife messages or comments on every now and then. Him and his wife, super cool people, really, really down to earth, genuine, cool people. 23-1. I only did I did an interview with him a long time ago, and I haven't really talked to him since. I know his channel blew up as well. May use your email. I work out like an animal, but not so good in the kitchen. Listen, man, the nutrition is where it's at, 100%. Like the kitchen, that's where you build at. I mean, you got to have good ethic. You got to go work. You got to grind. Just because you're eating healthy isn't going to like build any muscles or cut you up or anything. I mean, you can't lose weight just doing nutrition only. But it's a combination. Mindset, nutrition, working out, combination. You put it all together and the shit just takes off. Did you think you could have escaped prison and stay out and went on to live your life on the run? Yeah, I did. Scott, what's up, Scott? How you doing, man? At that time, when I was concocting this massive plan in my head, the only thing I thought was, yeah, I'm going to make it. If I don't, fuck it, you got to kill me out here. Thankfully, that didn't happen. But at the time, that was in the mindset that I was in. Fuck it. I'm leaving. If you catch me, kill me. They didn't, obviously. But yeah, I really truly believed. The plan was I was going to go to Guatemala. I was going to go to Guatemala and then work online selling shit. At the time, Amazon wasn't what it is now. eBay was like the selling platform. And so I was just going to be ordering stuff out of China that I could resell on eBay. Like pretty much everything. Everything comes from China. But to live in Guatemala, you don't have to have a lot of money. So I was like, that's the one country there's a landlocked that you can get to without going by air or water that was connected to America. that does not extradite back to America at that time. So I was like, fuck, if I make it to Guatemala, I'm good to go. So I really believed it at that time. But now what I realize is that if I would have made it and made it into TJ, I would have probably got murdered over there, to be honest with you. Because my mind was on some different shit back then. Yeah, uh, you should listen to the story. It's insane. Speaking of, didn't you get in contact with someone who wanted to make a movie about it? Oh, he's telling Scott that. Right. Yeah, I have a movie script written, a genuine, legit movie script written. So I went into contract. We were actually going to be making the movie. Should have already been filming it. Shit just fell apart. So we got out of contract, but I have this script. It's my script. I paid for it. It's like, people they're not going to write you a script for free. But I have a script, a legit dope script. When I read it, and it's written into movie terms, it's not like reading a book. I'm reading it and I'm visualizing it. I'm like, this would be fire. I would love to watch it. And honestly, I see movies that come on. I'm just like, my movie is so much better. Why is this a movie and mine is not yet? Hey, facts. I've been bodybuilding for 20 years, but can't out-train a bad diet. Also, you got to rest and recover properly to push yourself to the next level. Yeah, RJ, 100%. Rest, recovery, it is critical. But what I was commenting about when I said you could do something every day, I'm talking about calisthenics. With calisthenics, as you know, unless you're using weights where you're strapping weights on you, but just normal stuff, push-ups, squats, dips, pull-ups, for the most part, you can just keep going every single day. Obviously, you're not just going to do pull-ups every day. RJ knows what I mean, but with calisthenics, you can just keep grinding. I did it in prison for years and years, and for sure, I was in excellent shape, phenomenal shape in there. Um, but bodybuilding, working out with weights, you definitely need a different type of rest period than you need for calisthenics, 100%. Channel's got a civil lawsuit where I mention it. I went through hell because of YouTubers. Oh, I didn't know that, man. I have to check it out. I watched a video over on your channel the other day about the judge. Bro, that was a crazy story. I can't believe this lady's like still in the judicial system prosecuting people. She's a vile, vicious lady. She should not be in the judicial system anywhere. And then to know that she sat on the bench and put people in prison, and now she's trying to put people to death, and she's got no morals. That's just absolutely insane, man. Some of these people make bank on YouTube. Yeah, no, YouTube's a big money generator. If you guys got a story or some type of value and you can share it on YouTube, you can make a living on YouTube for sure. And there's some people that do way more than make a living. They're capitalizing big time on YouTube. So you got to be consistent. You got to love it. And you got to give people value. And that's the big thing, is giving people value. You could just be an entertainer that's super funny. You're still giving people value because you're providing them some type of happiness. But maybe you're just goofing off. Whatever the case is, if you're providing value, people are going to watch that shit, man. Be like Sylvester Stallone. Bet on yourself, because if he didn't bet on himself, they would have took the Rocky movie for a couple $100,000. Now look at the franchise. That's real. Real shit. His story is freaking phenomenal. Phenomenal. Like, to know where he came from and what he turned it into. And it goes back to mindset. The same stuff that I teach in my course. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in what you're doing? What do you think? What are you telling yourself? Who can tell you no? He says that. Who can tell you no? Nobody can tell you no. Only you can tell you no. He's a beast, man. I don't think a lot of people realize just how smart, how intelligent that man is. He's an absolute beast. Civil rights lawyer had a case where a judge went to a guy's house to search it. Insane beast system. We must reject it. We got a broken ass system in this country, 100%. Easy going, dude. Studying for my evidence and real property law exam. Keeping this sane, mate. Cheers. That's good shit, man. Congrats on that. That's nice. I got a friend that's a real estate attorney. He does the 10 well, I think, what is it called? 1031 exchange. Yeah, he's a badass too. He's been banking on that shit. I think they offered him less than 100 grand and wanted someone else to play Rocky. Same with Chaz Paulman Thierry with the Bronx Tale. Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Imagine if a person has confidence and adds the knowledge of your course on top of it. No stopping someone with drive and determination. No, you. Who can stop them? Who can stop you? There ain't but one person. Only thing you got to do is look at yourself in the mirror. It's the only person in this life, in this world, that can stop you. I mean, unless you're trying to do something crazy like murder somebody, obviously somebody will stop you if they know what you're doing. But outside of that, if you're pursuing something, if you're pursuing a path of success, one person can stop you. Yourself. That is it. And nobody else, man. Nobody else can stop you. If you guys haven't already done it, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and the like button. You know, we need to let YouTube know that I am here to stay. I'm going to be riding with you guys, putting out content for you guys, with you guys. We're going to do a lot of lives. I'm going to do a lot of, I got 3 videos right now that I'm, as soon as I get done right here. Hold on. I mean, I'm on here. Oh, wait, you can't see it. He probably does make 80 grand a month. He probably is, not kidding, by the way. Oh, this is my course. This is the course right here, man. The course is dope. Avoid skipping a behavior if you want to become a habit. Plan to repeat a behavior 66 times in a row without skipping to ensure you develop a habit. How many people knew that? 66 times in a row. You know, there's a lot of research on habits. You can't really put it into black and white because it's something it's different for every person, and it's something inside your head. But this course is an absolute amazing course. Check this out. Negative habits and their murderous effects. This is why FYTON reigns supreme for success. So your negative habits, when you learn to control your negative habits and change them into positive, man, nothing can stop you. Why did you just leave last time? So what I was saying about that earlier is that I was at a point where I was just like, I'm trying to do multiple things at one time, and I'm not putting my all into YouTube. And I felt like you guys deserve better than me just like giving you bullshit here and there, you know, not giving it my all. And how can I possibly tell people, look, give it your all, put your all into something, like be the best version of yourself at whatever you're doing. If I'm not even doing that, like when I was doing my YouTube videos, because I was doing so many different things, I wasn't giving it my all. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to put this shit on hold. And when I come back, it's going to be because I'm giving it my all, 100% effort to you guys, giving you guys value. So that's where I was at. That's why I was gone. And that's why I'm back now with my program, Fight On. Fuck your thoughts of negativity. I'm doing big giveaways. I got a custom motorcycle. If you guys haven't seen it, it's in my video. That a lucky winner on this channel, I'm going to personally deliver that bike to when we do the giveaway. There's no date yet on the giveaway. It's only a certain amount of entries. And the reason being is because I'm brand new to the giveaways. I'm brand new starting back at YouTube. So we got to generate, you know, enough people watching, enough people to enter into the entry. So once that one's done, hopefully we get done quick, because I have another right behind that is a 2021 Polaris Razor side-by-side 4-seater. As soon as I got it, I'll tell you all the aftermarket stuff. It's got a roll cage put on it, new roof on it, aftermarket. The seats are red diamond stitch seats, Simpson racing seats, the best ones you can get. They got heaters built into them. I put a off-road rugged radio in it, 2-way radio. You could talk to your passenger, and then you could talk to other cars. I put paddle tires. It's got a set of paddle tires with it. It's got Trinity Racing exhaust. I put these bars on the back. I never remember what the bars on the back are called, but they're part of the suspension. Beast of a car. Super fun car. It's red and black. So that's going to be next on the giveaway on the channel. Let me see what else we got. Why'd I leave? Yeah, glad you're back on. Been watching some goofball shit. Support you 100%. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Adam. YouTube money is there if you get the views, 100%. I'm not from America, but politics seem too crazy big out there. Did you care for it much? Or do you care for it much? I'm not into politics at all. Politics, like, the politicians are putting people in prison, and they are the biggest crooks in this country. Like, no, I'm not into politics at all. The loan sold his dog, and oh, he's talking about Rocky when he sold his dog and bought it back after the Rocky movie. That's how low he was. That's a dope ass story, man. I love that dude. What kind of workout should you do with having scoliosis? I mean, it depends on the severity of it. And are we talking about female or male? Because the workouts that men can do compared to what women can do are going to be completely different just because of the strength and the muscle. So are you talking about for yourself, Kelly? And yeah, let me know that. You left us with Christian Tate and Jordan Peterson, though. They all right, have been helping me personally somewhat, but your course is what I really need. That course is fire. I'm telling you, that course is dope. That's low selling your dog. Hey, when you get desperate, man, I mean, he could have turned to other things, but he didn't. The man's got a dope ass story. They wanted to put Burt Reynolds as Rocky. Burt's a cool dude, but it would never have been the same if he would have played Rocky. JR, welcome back. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate that. WRX, Subaru Punks. Yo, Bryan, been following since the beginning. I appreciate the follow. Appreciate that big time. Every time I see a Subaru on the highway, I'm like, is this one like, is it souped up? Are they gonna run it? Because I have a M Series BMW, and I always try to pull up on them, but they're just chilling. Usually, I'll be getting some of them entries too. Michigan has the largest sand dunes outside of the Southwest in the coast of Lake Michigan. That Razor is fucking super fun. Yeah. And that would have been a terrible movie. The Bandit ain't Rocky. It is not. I mean, I like The Bandit, but it ain't Rocky. Drove a 21 STI. She's my baby. Oh, you drive. Yeah. Man, them little cars are badass. They are. And then sometimes you hear the exhaust on it. You're just like, man, you don't expect it from that little car. Yeah. And I think they got all-wheel drive too, which is the big part, which is what my M Series has got, all-wheel drive. Huge difference when you're ripping in it. I mean, you can drive without worrying near as much when you're whipping in a car with all-wheel drive that's got horsepower. I think my BMW's got around 600 horsepower with all-wheel drive. You can rip in that thing. How do you get an entry for the bike? Oh, right here. FYTON.org. You can either buy a t-shirt or you can, my neck keeps itching like crazy. I would let my hair grow. It's FYTON.org. When you go on the website, you'll see right there, it tells you everything about the giveaway. Generate revenue. I heard that. You go on the website, FYTON.org. You can either get a t-shirt or the mindset course. Either one, it doesn't matter. And what happens is everybody that places an order, it enters you enter your information. They get your name, your email address, your telephone number. And then what it does is give you an order confirmation number. Everybody gets an individualized order confirmation number. Once we get all the entries filled, all those entry numbers go into a website called random.org. Random.org. Put them into the website. I'm going to do a live drawing right here on YouTube. And whoever the winner is, the website random.org picks it. They use atmospheric noise. So it's not done by human whatsoever. It's not a drawing where it can be manipulated in any type of way, which is what I love about it. I actually got the idea from a kid. His channel is called Everything's Regular. He lives over in Houston. He did live here toward LA. He moved to Houston. He gives away motorcycles, trucks, but he uses that website, random.org. And when I seen him doing that, I was like, man, that's really good because there's no manipulation of the giveaway. And so that's what I'm using, random.org. It's feeling like no other. 600 horsepower is no joke. 600 horsepower is fun. Happy for you, man. Keep moving on up to the top, 100%. Donnie O 904, Duval till we die. It's funny when you hear people say Duval. They love saying that. Travelers do not need a license. Drivers need a CDL. Oh, I heard that. I already know what time it is when you go through like a checkpoint and they're stopping you from traveling. You need to get that on video, man. Those make really good videos. You once mentioned a book you read that's a great motivator. Any chance you remember what the book is called? I've read a lot of books, man. I don't remember because I mentioned so many books on here. But the program that I was reading that was the biggest turning point in my life was called Siddha. I'll put it on here. Siddha, SDDHA, yoga. This program was the absolute biggest turning point in my life. And so taking from that and then everything that I read and then started to implement into my life, I built into a course. So in my course, it's 5 modules. So each module, you can read it day by day. You can take your time and read it one module in a week, however you want to do it, or you can read the whole thing in one day, but it's over 200 pages. So reading it, ingesting it, implementing it in one day, it's just not going to happen. So you want to take your time. You want to read it, think about it, and implement it in your life. It's going to require you to analyze your life. Be open and honest about what's going on in your life, because if you're not honest with yourself, you're not going to progress, right? So you work module by module. It's got little worksheets at the end that you can print out, write down the stuff that you need to write down. Guaranteed life-changing. So that alone, to me is like the biggest motivator. If you want a book to read that's going to motivate you, order my course. There's just nothing, in my opinion. I mean, there's a lot of, this is a good book. This is an amazing book. It's called The Warrior Book. Garrett J. White. That's an amazing book. This is an amazing book. Stop doing that shit. It's an amazing book. But the way that I put my course together in a easy to follow, step by step, A to Z. Look, this is what you do. This is how you start. Follow this program. You can't fucking go wrong. When I put that together, it's just like, there's a lot of good content out there, but I feel better about mine than anything. It is what it is. I feel great about it. So, JR, that's, to me, if you want to read something motivational, grab that course, man. Rat Town, boy, all the way to Dog Town. What up, Donnie 904? I'll be doing giveaways too, electric bike, etc. Hey, that's gonna be dope, man. Let me know. Adam said, yeah, there used to be this trucker I watched. He was cool. Yeah. Oh, for females, Kelly. So again, there's another thing. To what point of scoliosis? Like, is it incapacitating? Are you still up moving around, living? Or how agile are you? Because it could get to a point where you need to do aquatics, which, you know what I mean, in a pool, exercising in a pool. And if not, you know, strength training with calisthenics. But really, that's something that, like, I don't know, Kelly, if you're talking about for yourself personally. Hopefully not. But if you are, my heart goes out to you on that. But it really depends on the person's activity level as far as what type of workouts they can do. If, you know, if it's somebody that needs some help, Kelly, if they want to jump on a call with me, give them my email, and I'll see like what level they're at, what they're trying to do, how are they just trying to keep mobile? You know, it just depends. So to answer that right now, yeah, for myself, oh, damn, it is for yourself. Fuck. Damn, when it rains, it pours. I hate to hear that. Sorry to hear that, for real. Kelly, you got my email. Email me or message me. we'll see if we can jump on a phone call and see where you're at, because trying to figure that out on here is just not feasible, but I'm sure that I could give you some good advice on that. You should record your voice reading your audio book. Hey, Scott, that's funny, man, because somebody commented earlier today. I'm going to find it right now. Hold on 1 second. Let me go find it. Somebody commented earlier today. HNC. They said, that's a decent voice, dude. I'm not into bikes at all, but you made the video captivating. You could probably make the most boring audiobook enjoyable to listen to. I was like, damn, that's cool. That's a good compliment. I appreciated that. That was dope. Rotten Apple News. I'll teach anyone who wants to know about the B system. Yeah, that's what time it is, man. Yeah, that's what I love, is helping people, teaching people, encouraging people, motivating people, pushing people, giving people examples from all of my mistakes in life, and just building from that, Yeah. Kelly, do you have my email? If not, let me give it to you right now. Wait a minute, no, you got me on Facebook. Shit, I'm tripping. Let me go pull it up. God dang, I'm pretty sure we're on Facebook. Oh, yeah. Damn, it ain't on there. It was on Instagram. Scott, Kelly, message me on Facebook. And here, I'll just send you my number. Or text me to see if you want to set up a time to chat, so we can see how we can help you with that. Oh, wait, here it is. Yeah, I found your message. Yeah, that was crazy. Message me on there, Kelly, and we'll set up a time to actually jump on the phone and figure out what we can do to help you. Adam says, shit, I hit a button story. I don't know what that means. I ain't sure. Let me hit the like button myself. I need as many likes as I can possibly get. Hey. Listen, guys, I'm probably going to cut it off. I gotta edit these videos. It's getting late over here. I just wanted to jump on here with you guys. Be on the lookout for a video tomorrow morning that I'm going to release. We'll do a live again tomorrow. I'm doing a live every day for 30 days. If you got questions, be ready on the live to drop the questions. And from that point, just be prepared. We're going to make this channel grow. We're going to be doing giveaways. I'm going to be motivating y'all, encouraging you guys. I'm going to be building my programs more and more that I can help you guys with, and doing workout videos, motivational stuff as far as like working out, mindset, and nutrition all combined together. And that's a wrap, man. I appreciate you guys riding with me. You guys have a good night.